If you've been struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep, try listening to a guided meditation tonight on the Sleep Meditation for Women podcast. Meditations are a natural, easy way to quiet your mind and relax your body so you can get the sleep you need. Every night, Sleep Meditation for Women provides a new episode, from body relaxations to guided visualizations and even dedicated sleep sounds. Listen for free now by searching Sleep Meditation for Women on your favorite podcast player and begin sleeping better tonight.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1996. What to Do When a Loved One is Depressed, by the PsychAlive Team of PsychAlive.org. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Greg Audino. I'm your host and narrator, and I really appreciate you joining me today for an important episode, the contents of which we hope we'll never have to use, but must be prepared to regardless. Let's jump right in today to this really valuable article about what to do when a loved one is depressed, as we optimize your life. What to Do When a Loved One is Depressed, by the PsychAlive Team of PsychAlive.org. It's tough when a friend or a family member is going through a depression. No matter how much you love the people in your life who are struggling, appreciate their company, or value their friendship, it can feel impossible to get through to them at times when they're depressed. While you may feel like telling them to simply snap out of it and stop indulging in negative thoughts and feelings, you may also sense their resistance to doing things that could make them feel better. This is because the symptoms of depression can turn people against themselves, making it all the more difficult for them to complete the actions that would help pull them up out of their dejection and ultimately eliminate their symptoms. The important message to get across to people during these despairing times is that depression is not only treatable, but temporary. There are ways to get over depression, and you are there for them to help them through it. Here are some tips on what to do when a loved one is depressed. Number 1, get them to treatment. Like any physical ailment, depression should be taken seriously and treated accordingly. Unfortunately, there is a social stigma about mental illness that does not exist about physical illnesses. You can help eliminate this stigma by responding to your friend's depression with compassion and acceptance, and by discouraging any feelings of shame they may have. Getting a person to the treatment that is right for them is essential, so encourage your friend to seek help. Let them know that talking to their doctor or a therapist is an important step toward recovery. People who are depressed can experience a sense of hopelessness that keeps them from believing that anything can help. Yet, both psychotherapy and medications have been proven to make a real difference in alleviating symptoms. Make sure to reinforce the message that treatment is not only available, but necessary. Number 2, stick with them. When a friend goes through a depression, it can feel stressful and tiring to you. You may just want them to snap out of it the way you would if you were in a bad mood for a period of time. Yet, people with depression can't just choose to feel better. They are struggling with a real disorder. As a friend, you should try to exercise compassion and patience. Be consistent in your friendship, letting your friend know that you're here for them no matter what. Number 3, help them combat their inner critic. People who feel depressed are often listening to an inner critic that encourages them not to do the things that matter to them. It feeds them thoughts like, "This is hopeless. Why even bother trying to feel better?" Or, "You're worthless. Stop taking up people's time with your problems." As a friend, it's important that you help this person to not side with this critical inner voice. You can encourage them and stand up to this voice by having them state their more rational point of view out loud. You can remind them that when they're getting low, that they may be taking the advice of this internal enemy. Number 4, participate in activities that help them feel better. There are many active steps people can take to fight their depression. However, the lethargy that accompanies their downstate may leave them dragging their feet, even when it comes to activities they once enjoyed. Their critical inner voice will actually encourage them to steer away from actions that make them feel better. Yet, many pastimes, from listening to music to exercising, have been proven to alleviate depression. Think about ways you can get involved in the activities your friend participated in. allowing them to not feel alone in their journey. Number 5, recognize warning signs for suicide risk. There are many misconceptions about suicide, and one is that you shouldn't talk about it. When someone is at risk, it's important to reach out and ask directly if they are having thoughts of hurting themselves. Learning the warning signs for suicide can help you identify when a friend may be in trouble. There are also many helper tasks you can learn that have been proven to save a life. And number 6, pay attention to your own emotional reactions. Having a loved one who is depressed is a painful challenge, and don't disregard the effect it can have on you emotionally. While it's important that you reinforce that the person is never a burden, it's also important to have a place where you can express and understand your own feelings of pain or frustration. It's hard to see someone close to you suffering. It can stir up feelings of worry, anger, and sadness. Seek a friend or therapist who you can confide in about the feelings that arise in you from dealing with a depressed person. Don't feel guilty or like you have to be the strong one. Taking care of your own psychological well-being is not a sign of weakness. It's just the opposite, a sign of strength and of being responsible. You just listened to the post titled, "What to Do When a Loved One is Depressed" by the PsychAlive team of PsychAlive.org. There's a lot of distraction this time of year, but I'm here to tell you that you can end the year right and train your brain with Word Collect. Word Collect is a fun and relaxing mobile game to help keep your mind sharp and grow your vocabulary to pass the time, whether you're waiting to meet Santa or in line at the airport. It has over 2,000 levels, which start easy but get harder as you get better, and new features have just been added for the holiday season, including new limited-time competitive events. So there has never been a better time to start playing, and right now Word Collect is offering you 2,500 coins and 500 gems for free when you download and play. And those extra coins and gems definitely come in handy to help keep you playing when you get stuck, and take it from me, the last thing you will want to do is stop playing. So stop mindlessly scrolling through social media and train your brain while relaxing. Just go to the Apple or Google store and search for Word Collect. So if you're like me and want to end 2023 with a bang, download Word Collect for free today. This holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Well, our sponsor, Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat cleanly with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Save time, stay healthy, and treat yourself to high-quality, delicious meals over the holidays. Choose from over 35 chef-crafted meals every week that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences. And by the way, Factor isn't just for dinner. Count on extra convenience any time of day with an assortment of over 55 add-ons to suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from quick breakfast items, lunch to go, grab-and-go snacks, and ready-to-drink cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. And rest assured, you're making a sustainable choice. Factor offsets 100% of their delivery emissions and source 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices. So head to factormeals.com/optimal50 and use code optimal50, that's optimal50, to get 50% off. That's code optimal50 at factormeals.com/optimal50 to get 50% off. And thank you so much to the PsychAlive team for this article, which offers a really compassionate and practical guide on supporting friends or family members who are experiencing depression. There's a lot to like here, especially the emphasis on treating depression with the same seriousness as physical ailments, which is crucial, as it addresses the common social stigmas associated with mental health issues. So it's really nice to see that this post encourages a supportive and understanding environment, crucial for recovery, needless to say. But remember that it's also important to be exploring the complexity of the relationship dynamics that often accompany mental health struggles. So what I mean by that is, what about how the depressed person's behavior might strain relationships, and how friends and family can navigate this while maintaining their own mental health? It goes without saying that depression in one person can really spread to their loved ones. So it's critical to look out for ourselves and pay perhaps equal attention to the maintenance of our own mental health when being there to support someone we care about. I think the end of the article addresses this really well, but it is worth mentioning again, especially for those who have a habit of kind of becoming martyrs for those that they love. But that is going to bring us to the end for today, everyone. Once again, I'm so thankful that you chose to tune in and listen through to the end, and I'm sure any loved ones that you have who are suffering are equally thankful for your efforts. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be here to talk with you again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.